Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm excited that you're here. This is Coach Andres, registered dietitian. Today's video, and the reason why I kind of started this way is because I'm not going to teach you nutrition tactics, teach you how to calculate your macros or energy here today, but I'm going to actually level up with you and figure out what are some of the biggest struggles and frustrations you may have in your journey trying to lose weight, lose body fat, trying to accomplish a specific objective when it comes down to your nutrition, health, and fitness. In today's video, I want to teach you how to look at the bigger picture and identify your why. I want to teach you to understand what is really that driver that gets you out of bed in the morning and pushes you to actually be the best version of yourself or to become the best version of yourself. See, many people struggle a lot with weight loss issues or issues about body image and how they feel. And today, I'm going to be sharing not only those five massive or 5 or 6 different frustrations that most people kind of go through, but I'm also going to give you a little homework exercise to help you understand how you can identify the deeper roots and why you are doing the things that you're doing. And hopefully this process will make you feel a little bit better about yourself and feel better about the journey that you're about to embark on. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and let's go to the video. These are some of the biggest frustrations that I've seen in the weight loss industry and everybody, whether it's people reaching out to me on Instagram or on TikTok and telling me some of their deepest problems. Sometimes they usually start with, I am doing something that I think it's going to work, and there's usually 2 things that happen. This is scenario number 1, which is this one right here. Number 1, it doesn't, and you feel frustrated because you either wasted time, money, or effort into this process, or it did, but you ended up hating it because you couldn't maintain it. This happens to a lot of people that start dietary regimes that are extremely restrictive. That's the frustration number 1. Frustration number 2, and this is the big one, not seeing the scale change at all no matter how hard you're working. You're checking all the boxes. You're exercising, or you think you are, you're moving, you're eating healthy or clean, and just nothing is happening week after week, and you get frustrated, and usually you end up giving up. Number 3, this is the worst one. You compare yourself and you see other people accomplishing amazing things, yet you don't. And you're like, I'm doing more than this person is. I'm doing more than Karen is actually doing with X diet. If we're doing the same thing, we started at the same time, and she's dropped 10 pounds and I dropped 0 or 1. It's normal, it's common, you're not alone. This is typically how we feel, regardless of where we're starting. If I'm trying to build muscle mass because I'm an athlete, then I compare myself to other guy that actually just started the gym and he's already looking jacked. Same thing, it depends on the situation. Or maybe you actually have accomplished some really cool things, but you have been plateauing indefinitely. You don't have no idea how to get off of that kind of that stucking, or that part of it that you're stuck and you feel like you don't have no solution. You tried everything. And you are actually resolving to this quick fixes and quick solutions because you're just desperate. That's another big one too that happens to many people. Being hungry and sad. I shared a post on my Instagram that talked a little bit about some of the biggest, the number 1 reason people usually give up on a diet is because they're hungry. Your body has its own internal cues and it's trying to tell you something. So being hungry and sad is just not a really good way to accomplish anything. Or the last one, which is the worst, and it's usually what you end up at, is you feel like you're broken and there's something wrong with you. You feel like something is just not clicking, and it must be genetic, or it must be I have a health condition, or I may have a problem. In some cases, it may be the case, but other cases, you're not. And let me tell you one thing, you are not broken. Regardless of what you feel like, regardless of the frustrations that any of this actually may have felt, you're not broken. A lot of times we have to dive into deeper things here. It's all about mindset, which is understanding the big picture and understanding your why. I'm gonna assign a new, a homework assignment for you that I promise you is going to be extremely impactful in understanding and helping you actually become more motivated about your journey and help you go beyond just the numbers, the macros, the calories, and actually understanding at a deeper level really what you're trying to accomplish. So let me switch over to this side of the board and ask you one question, which is, where do you want to be? What is the goal that you want to accomplish? Think about the big thing. If you 12 months go by, what is that dream come reality when it comes down to yourself? You looking at yourself in the mirror. But most people typically, they want to achieve one of the 3 things or all of the above, which is something, sustainability, being able to accomplish something and being able to hold on to it. That's number one, especially for the chronic dietists that have done a million different things in the past. Number two, actually achieving confidence. Being able to like take a picture of yourself and looking at the picture and getting like excited about what you see. Or being able to like wear comfortable clothes or wear the clothes that you want to wear because you feel comfortable in them. And at the end of the day is happiness, because all those things actually are going to lead you to feel better about yourself. That's where we want to go. It's not necessarily the number on the scale, but what it represents, which leads for you to actually start to identify what your why is. Your why is that deep rooted drive that helps you get out of bed in the morning to go to work, to do the things that you said you would do. And for weight loss and fat loss, it's extremely important because that is essentially the driver of your motivation to continue into this. See, most people when they start a diet or a dietary program or a regime, the biggest struggle that they kind of have all the time is that they don't actually dive deeper into understanding what is like really that is driving them to achieve the goals that they want to achieve. They don't know what the why is. You just simply say, I get all the people telling me like, I want to lose weight. I want to like drop 20 pounds. I always ask why. So here's your assignment, and I call this like the 5 whys. In order to get to where you start, you need to start with whys. The 5 whys exercise. So I'm going to ask you a question and think about one thing. Number one, what is your goal? If you tell me like, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you the first why, which is why do you want to lose 20 pounds? I want you to start to think about what is that going to be the main reason behind that. Is there like you want to lose 20 pounds just because of the sake of it, or you want to lose 20 pounds because you can fit in your clothes better? Oh, because I want to fit in my clothes better. Why do you want to fit in your clothes better? And answer that question. That's your second why, which is exactly why is that important to you? Well, because I want to make my husband happy, because I want to be able to look at myself, go to the beach and actually take my clothes off and then be in a swimsuit and actually feel excited about who I am and what I look like. Perfect. Then we're diving deeper. Now let's go for another one. So what's the third why? Why is that important to you? Why do you want to accomplish X, Y, and Z? The things that you just told me about it. This is a very difficult exercise and not many people actually take the time to go through it. And sometimes for me, when I'm actually doing my why, when I'm trying to design my bigger picture, whether it's for my business, for myself, or my health, my relationships, it can take me hours to be able to kind of get through this because it's really hard for us to deep down into the things that really kind of drives into this process. But the last why, the last answer to those questions, to like whether it's like 4 or 5 whys that you need to get to, like peeling the layers into understanding what is really what you want to do and why you want to do it. When you read this, you should get excited and you should get that fire under your butt to be able to like do and drive you to do the things that you want to accomplish. Many people want to accomplish objectives and goals, but not many people are willing to do what it takes to accomplish them. But sometimes if you understand the bigger picture and start to look at things that call like the 10,000 foot view, the process becomes easier. The process becomes more attainable and the process becomes more bearable. Instead, because you're focusing so much on like the tactics and like the diet that you have to follow to accomplish a result, but you never actually took one moment to really start to think about why you're doing it in the first place. Today's video is not necessarily about too much nutrition on here. It's about identifying the reasoning behind it. And all of our clients in our coaching program start with this very same question. When I'm on the phone with them, before they start the program, I ask them, why do you want to accomplish this? What's your goal and why do you want to do it? So your homework assignment is opening up a journal, whether it could be a book. I have one of those little booklets. This is actually my own personal journal. And I literally write a bunch of stuff on here all the time. So I want you to actually take a journal, a piece of paper or something like that and ask your goal and literally write down your goals. And then once you write down your goals, you're gonna ask the question, why do you want to accomplish these goals? And you're gonna answer that. Then after that, you're going to ask yourself, is this it? Is this why I wanted to do it? Or is there something a lot deeper? Then that goes into the second why. And you're gonna continue until you simply cannot answer that question anymore after much deliberance. It's exactly what you want you to do. And that last thing, that is your bigger picture. And that's definitely going to help you make this process so much better for you. Whew, that was deep. That was really deep and hopefully was helpful to you to understand a little bit more about how to dive into those like deeper whys, like peeling the layers of the onion. Now you have some homework to do, so I'm going to essentially help you get there, but you have some things to write. Down below, you're also going to see some like the resources that I like to use for some of the stuff, like a journal that you can get, and even like a quick PDF sheet that is going to actually help you break down some of those whys. And I call it a goal and bigger picture sheet, and I'm gonna give that to you completely for free. So feel free to like download it down in the link below, and be more than happy to help you out throughout this journey. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that that I can personally help you out with, do not hesitate to reach out. See you guys in the next video. Take care.